Welcome back to Pops and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV with Tver. And we're going from Relentless Push East. We have to own the whole eastern Siberian coastline by 1600. That is in 120 years. We're currently pushing our way into Muscovy. The first war we declared on the Muscovites. The second war we have against them total. And the plan is kinda to at least take Perm as a new subject. We have the thingamabob, Casus Belli, transfer subject, so we should be able to grab one of your subjects. No, I don't want this to be Tver. Perm. No, that's not Perm. Okay, we need 35% war score for Perm. We're gonna pay 200 dip, which is not great, but fine. It will do a lot for us in our quest to go east. So that should be quite good. It will cost some aggressive expansion, but I don't think we have to care too much about any of that. And then we're going to take some more stuff. Of course, I do plan to take 100% peace deal out of this, 100% war score as a peace deal. Now, we ended last episode slightly capping on dip. I do not want to take tech. I might want to take admin tech, actually. We do want admin tech. Yeah, we're going to need some admin for coring new stuff, but still, and workshops are great. Yeah, let's grab that. Probably not going to build many farm estates this campaign, but workshops might work out. So let's do that. Also, I think we still have, no, we have a discount on Miltech. That's right. Let's do that. And spend a bit of our dip on an idea group. No, I did not see anybody respond to my ideas for idea groups. So I'm going to keep going with my initial idea of going exploration. Well, initially was expansion, but I don't have the admin for it. But exploration, so that we have the ability to colonize before we rush up, seems useful. I don't think we need to take a military one here. It'll be fine, and we're not going to go with admin. So yeah, this might prove to be unnecessary. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm feeling that this is going to be kind of fine. So let's do that. Grab exploration, and then use it soon. Now I'm going to put at least 1 point in here. I'm actually slightly corrupted, so it's going to cost us a tiny bit extra, but I guess it's fine. It doesn't seem to cost anything extra in total. Anyway, let's grab it. Now, we could grab number 2, but it doesn't do anything for us at this point in time. Number 3 would give us trade efficiency, but we don't have the diff for that yet, so I'm not going to do it just now, just in case we need the diff for something else, like the peace deal, for example. Let's continue in the war. We're doing well. The Muscovites are busy in Sweden again, which is great. There's no way they siege down Denmark, get them out of the war. They might siege down Sweden, but that's whatever. And we have a bunch of Danes and stuff here to at least give some targets to the Muscovites to distract them from us, right? We have a battle coming up here. I assume that's a battle I have planned well. It's not looking too shabby. I do want to pick up all these smaller stacks here. Obviously 10 to 1ing them would be great, not losing anything. But we have to stop, or we definitely want to stop them from reinforcing. So hitting them as hard as we can seems nice. We should check on workshops, because there might be some really good ones. Not utter nuts, but the one in Novgorod is... I think that one is worth building. The rest probably not. Golden Era, right. How are we doing on that one? I think we still have to wait for the embracement of the Renaissance in all our provinces, yeah. Or finally get onto that second continent. It would be very nice if we could get the stuff before the end times here. I mean, before the end of the age, obviously. Because then we wouldn't have... So one thing at a time. Well, it seems somewhat unlikely that we'll be able to Golden Age in the next age. So doing it now seems like a good thing. Now, do we have to expect a bunch of Permian troops over here? We do not. So let's just grab 6 for now. Go over to Churden. Grab some war score there. Now, there's still a real fort in Mosaisk. Right, and we still had the option, which I didn't take. Well, I didn't really have the money, did I? To build a fort in Tver. To finish our mission that gives us claims down here. But I mean, we might be doing well without it, and we might still be able to do it too. We'll see. It's not really my prime target because we have to go east. Gotta go fast. You get in there. You get in there. Now, Pskov, as I assume now it's pronounced. Thank you, Visa, for the update on the pronunciation. Did not fall to us. Well, not Pskov itself actually, but Ingerman land. But I've never planned to take that, so that's quite alright. The Danes should not be asking for anything in this war. So I think we'll be fine in that regard. What would we be looking to take anyway? I'm tempted by Nizhny. I really do not want to take Nurom. Yeah, we have a claim, so that's cool. But it's their new capital, so we have to pay 5% extra war score for it. And it's a capital that does not have a fort on it, so it's really easy to take in our next war if that happens. So you might want to do something like this. And Perm, right? We are taking Perm? Okay. Muscovy will transfer their overlordship over Tver. I very much assume that that's not true, but that it will be Perm. I think that's just incorrect text there. I think we've seen that before too. And then Nizhny is a center of trade. Yaroslavl is a center of trade. But I'm not super tempted to take stuff away from the subjects, even if it's a center of trade. Nizhny is in the Kazan node, which is an okay node for us. It's not the best node, but it's fine. Yeah, and other than Yaroslavl, we have all the... Well, and Never, I guess. We have all the centers of trade. We could take Never. Technically. Cost 10% war score for a center of trade, 7 development province. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's a... Well, we kind of have to make a balance here. Or balance out the stuff we take for power and the stuff we take for, well, going east. And I don't quite know where that balance is, obviously. 50 admin power for free. Excellent indeed. Quite excellent. There's 2,000 Permians. It's not too scary, but it is kind of risky for my one stack there. I'm going to give them just a single backup, just so they don't feel too outnumbered. That's a lot of Danes sieging down Yaroslavl for me, which we could take. I'm not sure we want to, though. Not sure we want to. I do want to do is do some more carpet sieging down here, but I guess I'm using these guys for that, so you can instead go and do more Permian sieges. Muscovy is deep in Sweden. Well, that is not a problem. The vassals of allies are very useful that way. Ooh. So we can have a base tax in Kashin. That does not sound like much, considering we're not going to go forever in this campaign. We could gain 34 ducats, which is obviously also not a ton, but not nothing. Or we could get Sudebnik process. I think the Sudebnik were the autonomy reducing ones. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty nice. 35 progress is, well, 35% of what we need to pick the button. So it is essentially 3.5 autonomy reduction in all my provinces. That seems kind of good. Let's get that. Get those Sudebnik in here, which I'm sure I'm also mispronouncing horribly. And when I asked, Bisa responded and said that she wasn't too bothered by my butchering of the names. And I didn't expect her to be. I mean, you can't watch all my videos, or most of my videos at least, and be bothered by me mispronouncing places. I don't think that's a combination that works. This is non-optimal. No leader available either. It's not like these guys are being strong or anything, but I don't like fighting without a leader. So I didn't ask for pronunciation help because I thought it was like intolerable that I don't know how to pronounce things here. But I do like to learn things. Don't tell me that's mine. No, it's not my 5-star guy. Good. 3-star. Anyway. I like to learn things. And I'm saying Pskov, for example, a lot. So I might as well try and understand how that should be pronounced correctly. Bring a leader. I'm actually losing that battle. No, some reinforcements came in. More reinforcements came in. That was a very costly battle for us. Well, I say very costly. It cost us like 500 people. But considering they had essentially nothing, that's not great. Yeah, let's just carpet everything. Carpet everything. Should consolidate. Give a person over there. Keep your siege going. Yeah, this should all be all in. What's the word? Was about to say something about dry towels, but that's just a literal translation from German, so that's probably not correct. It's actually a pretty good temple in Moscow. How much do I care about this fort? Because if I do want it, I should probably be doing it soon. I gain stability, 20 legitimacy, both of which would be nice. And those claims. Would I spend 200 ducats for stability and 20 legitimacy? Well, would I spend 200 ducats for 100 admin? Probably in the long run. So the answer is kind of yes. I mean, I do get a fort of it out of it. And then we might consider actually taking the 2 Moscow area provinces in the war. I say consider. I'm not saying we should do it. We don't have the money right now, but I mean, we might be able to take it, to get it. These battles are much worse than I would like them to be. But they brought a bunch of cav, which is not great for them. Because they certainly got the lack of support something penalty there. Let's do this. Crunch them. Keep crunching him until they die. Sounds like a plan. Now we will have the opportunity to separate piece out ODF for something. I don't know that we want or need to do that. Well, see, there is Kinslayer. So we must get rid of all other Rurikoviches. Which is not... doesn't mean we have to take them all out. But I think it does mean that we need to... Hello, Russia. Muscovy. I think it does mean that we have to... They must no longer exist. They can't be my subject. That's what I'm thinking. No, you guys are not. Rurikovich is. Belozero is. Yaroslavl is. Pskov is not. Ryazan still is. And now there's a better overview over that. This doesn't really show, right? I mean, assume these are the standard ones, right? Well, and Muscovy. Rostov, Odiev, Tver, Yaroslavl, Ryazan, Belozero. So we just, the only one I did check is Yaroslavl, which is still a Rurikovich, okay. And then the Muscovites, yeah. So we'd have to flatten the Muscovites. We might be able to do it, but we also might be able to do it later. It might not be necessary now. So we shouldn't put a big focus on it. And it's not like Odiev is a particularly good place, although it does have a church. And it has 10 development. And it's Orthodox. It's not bad. Certainly not bad. I don't like this large Muscovite stack here. Because that means we have to either engage them, which I don't want to do, or try to outrace them, which is non-trivial. We did just win Sherdin, which gave me 95% war score. So we could probably get a full piece now. That is without owning Odiev then. Let's give Odiev at least its didn't take. What could we sue Odiev for? Well, we're not offering tribute. Can't take it in a separate piece because we can't core it. We could vassalize it for 30 ducats, but I'm not sure that does anything for us. Could get like war reps, but I'm sure they are not paying a lot of war reps. I'm feeling like not actually dealing with these guys is fine. Now, they don't feel like peace, but we don't need to separate piece them, right? We think we have enough here to mostly, if not fully, piece out the Muscovite. So, options. I am almost certain that I can call through Perm. At least from how I read it would work. I don't need a land connection. They just need to be on the same continent. We still have claims on a bunch of things. We do not have claims on the two Muscovite provinces because I said, well, we're gonna get them from the quest if we ever do it. So maybe I don't need to take them now. But if I don't, what do I take? I'm taking these. I'm taking Perm. And then what's interesting? I mean, there is Yaroslavl. Because it is the... Ooh, but Never is much better, right? If I'm taking a province from a subject, it should be Never. Oh, yes. Yes. Because it gives us access to the Baltic. And we could actually have a navy if we wanted to. That protects our trade node here. Which otherwise we cannot. Q2. I mean, our boats can go all the way around Scandinavia and through the Baltic to here. But they will take a ton of attrition from being out of supply range. For lack of a port. If I take Never, I have at least the opportunity to do that. So that's tempting. That leaves me with 87% war score. Means we're not humiliating. We should still get a bunch of power protection out of this thing. Well, only 8. Because we're sharing with the Danes, unfortunately. And one of the reasons I care a lot about power protection here is that I have no rival opportunities. Now we might get a chance here to rival Kazan, if we're next to them. There's a chance. So that's all a bit of a maybe. Well, I think I do like taking Never there. And then we have claims on Kasimov, Tambov, and Tula. I guess Dogpile over here, for some reason or another. Whoops. I meant to go here. Iron 9 development. I did not sell off iron, but it's Sunni. I'm not a big fan, but the stuff down here will be Sunni mostly, right? Tula is Orthodox still. And it's also iron. It's slightly worse than Tambov. It's a lot worse than Tambov actually because it doesn't have a church. I don't think bordering the Great Horde will give us a new rival opportunity. We could do that. We could take Tambov and like a Borizo Glebsk. Sure. Down here. But they're too small. There won't be a valid rival, I don't think. So probably not. Now, if we did board the RDF or Ryzen, we could technically have a chance to vassalize them. But the core thing is a problem. Yeah, no, it's not going to work out. And we don't really care. So we should just be looking for power, frankly. And the power is in, well, Tula, Tambov. I feel like we can't even convert Sunni. We don't have a lot of missionary strength. And is that on here? Where do I see my missionaries? I mean, I probably can see it here, I guess. Missionary strength, 3.1%. Sunni is a -2, I believe. Just flat out -2. Does it tell me? It does. And then -2 from non-accepted culture makes it impossible to convert without other modifiers. So we constantly have a non-orthodox province here that doesn't do tons for us. I don't think we want it. I don't think we want it. I think I want Tula, and that's a 99% peace deal. Alternatively, I don't take Tula. Save that Atman because really who cares about Tula? And we take Warrips. Warrips from Muscovy must be kind of good, right? Gives us slightly less AE, which I guess is nice. Slightly less admin used for coring things, and we get the cash infusion of war reparations. The cash infusion without what's it called? Inflation. Even. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm liking this. Aggressive expansion is fine. Dip is acceptable. Overextension is fine. Admin is ugh. But fine. Power projection is a bit sad. But hey. I think this is fine. The Danes are fine with me doing this. And we can peace out. Yep, I'm taking it. Well, do we take 3 clicks of ducats? I think we do. Well, 2 clicks. Interesting. Why can I not take the 100% here? Each click is usually 1% war score, and it is. Yet, I cannot go over this. Oh well. I will demand. Take. Power project. No more Conquest Cars Belly against Pskov. See, I'm trying. Not gonna buy down War Exhaustion this time. I'm just gonna go core. Do you only take 4 provinces out of this? Well, we took the whole subject, right? So I guess that makes a lot of sense. And now I am over my relations, right? I would be interested whether I can now rival Kazan. Not just normally. Do I stop my alliance here? I still really don't want to rival Poland or the Danes. I also obviously don't want to be over my limit. So we have to drop... Can't drop the vassals, don't want to drop the alliances to Denmark or Poland, so yes, Kazan, I'm sorry. But once I have a guy, I will do things. I would also make a bunch more claims on Muscovy, I guess, because I have 1 million spy network right now. That is a literal 1 million. I'm not, like, deeply concerned. Well, I'm gonna take 1 claim. We'll see whether we can get another. I'll also retreat my troops to, like, here. I should consider keeping a group here. We need to set our native policy, and we also need to take the colonial ventures because we don't have a colonist yet. There we go. And I'm gonna go with full-on. No, we're not going with native coexistence. We're not gonna go with trading. We're gonna go with full-on repression. I believe that is the fastest. This does nothing except stop uprisings, which we're just gonna fight with people. And Yeah, this gives you native assimilation, which also gives people. I mean, as in settler increase, essentially. But I assume, because this is sort of a middle ground policy, that it's just worse, math-wise, than this. So we're going to go for the full plus 20 settler increase. Especially early on, that seems like a huge boon. And I'm going to leave these guys here. Meanwhile, you guys probably cannot walk home. It's kind of not great. I think is that once I break my alliance with the Kazani here, they're going to be very peeved. And then I probably won't get military access anymore. So I'm actually going to pay, well, it's only one dip, right? But I will ask for military access now. That does give us a month in which we cannot talk to them again. Price of paper changes. Yaroslav making claims on me, that's kind of acceptable. New rival, really? Yes. I can rival the Kazani. And I will in a moment. And we're great power. Nice. That's huge. Because we get a bonus to power projection here. We're only 8th rank, but plus 10 is that's pretty good. And in a minute, why are you walking that way? Oh yeah, no, never mind. You should be walking that way. And that didn't work out. That didn't work. I'm pretty sure I can call this place, and I assumed it would be the same with colonization. But clearly it's not. Now I can, maybe, go to my probably super happy subject, Perm. They're not particularly happy. I should be able to seize a province. It's gonna make them very peeved, but I should be able to say I want Solikamsk. And I do. And I should be able to core it. I really hope that's how it works. Sorry, Perm. Should have taken it just in the war then. It wasn't offered to me in the war. Oh, but then they were my subjects, so that wouldn't count. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and I'm gonna go ahead and try everything in my power to make them happy again. But, yeah. I will seize Solikamsk. There. And I will core Solikamsk. Once I have the admin. Did I already... No, I didn't spend too much time coring anything else. I'm going to stop coring Starodub. I'm going to core Solikamsk. It's more important right now, right? And then, yeah, we have tons of things. I'm going to deal with this, all of this, in a second. Well, many of these things. Now we are on Kazani territory. Now I can just rival them. They're going to take away my military access, but we will just get black flagged from that, which is fine. Rival you. They broke their alliance, obviously. Wait, why is this not possible? Okay, this is war. I was clicking on Novgorod land, Muscovite land there. That is understandable. High Liberty Desire, yes, but we can at least go ahead and improve with you. And we can improve you to up to 200, which should do a lot about your Liberty Desire. Also, your anger about me taking your land should... Wait, no. Sorry. Wasted 5 days of diplomat there. Obviously, I did not mean to improve with the Muscovites. I meant to improve with you, Perm. You guys are walking home. Good. And you never walk alone. Wait, now I can... Oh, I did not need to have a core there? Well, maybe just set next to our own provinces. And we immediately discovered this place. We never got the discover nearby. I don't know why we just got that discovered. There was no message about something spreading to me, so not sure. Not sure, but we can now send a guy. I feel like it's probably worth sending an explorer out here. I don't know if we can auto that with the search for 7 cities thing. because there might not be such a thing. Spend the mail, recruit a conquistador. Yes, David, who's actually not a bad. And yeah, I cannot hunt for the 7 cities. And this looks like it's not going to work because it's territory of the Nogaians, right? Can I try that? And I guess I can try that and then we'll discover it. I think that's how that works. Also, tons of things at home to deal with. Suppression. No, no. No, this brings it down to 5.2. If I do this, probably lose a lot of suppression power. We do. Let's keep our focus down here for now. And then get our last core going. And corruption is growing because we're high on overextension. That's going to change once our cores are done. Money for buildings, probably not. Although still that temple is kind of interesting to me. Maybe we learned this from our subject here. That's possible. Yeah, Kazan cancelled the military access, but we're already through. Even if we hadn't been, it would have been fine. How much do I need for a claim on the Muscovites? We have enough. Goody goody. Oh goody. I mean, this is tempting, right? 450 for the copper? Ah, but I can't claim it because I don't have a claim next to it yet. And I cannot claim through my subject, apparently. I guess I'm going to claim Vetluga then. And make one more. Although we might consider claiming on the Uzbek soon. So these are not actually the Nogaians. These are the Uzbek. I think I'm going to start start fabricating there. That seems more pertinent to our expansion plans. Build a spy network on Mr. Uzbek. And with that, we're already at the end of this episode again. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, you know what to do. Like buttons and subscribe buttons are good buttons. Everything else, well, not as relevant. Except for, of course, talking to me in that comment section. Thank you folks for watching, and see you next time.